Good morning and welcome to another Sandia Mountain Natural History Center quick trip. Today we're on the Rim Trail, a really historic trail down near Cloudcroft, New Mexico. And what makes this a historic trail is it's New Mexico's first national scenic trail, but also it's a retired railroad bed. Now they say this trail is pretty difficult, but a railroad bed doesn't seem to me like it'll be that difficult. The hardest part will be we're about 9,000 feet in elevation. So thanks for coming along and let's see what we can find. Found some pretty cool fungus here at the bottom of a dead fir tree. I'm not sure what kind of fungus this is, but another interesting thing is if we look closely, we have some pine cones that have been eaten by squirrels, and we have all these bracts laying on the ground from squirrel evidence. So this is kind of like a squirrel heaven right here. Just like most southwestern forests, this one has a lot of dead trees because it's been hit by insects. In particular, the insect we have evidence of right over here. These lines in the trees were not carved by a person or a graffiti artist or anything like that. These are from bark beetles or Ips beetles. And what we're looking at is the carvings that they leave in the tree. And you can actually identify the type of beetles by the pattern of carving that they leave. I'm not good enough to do that. I don't know that much about them, but I do know that these are nuptial chambers. So what happens is they lay their eggs in these areas, and then the young beetles bore their way out. And what kills the tree is actually a fungus that these beetles leave behind called blue stain fungus. It eliminates the tree's ability to transport moisture up and down the tree. We may have interrupted a squirrel's lunchtime. Sorry, buddy. This is an incredible trail. It's so dark and cool in here. We're riding through a lot of gamble oak though, so I am really on the lookout for bears. Gamble oak, especially with the little bit of rain we've had lately, have a lot of acorns on them, and those acorns are obviously going to attract bears. So got to keep an eye on them, because when you're on a mountain bike and you're moving fast, you can kind of surprise them pretty quick, especially coming around blind corners. Well, my friends, we have a complete video. I think it's actually been a while since we've had a complete video, but here we get some bear scat. Just further proof that you got to be careful in this trail. I hope this shows up on camera. What a view. We're looking down into the Tularosa basin. So about 5,000 feet down below us is most definitely desert. And that one is one of the most famous deserts in the world. If you're thinking that looks a little white, that is because that is White Sands National Park, or at least White Sands Missile Range down there. I have a video on our channel about White Sands if you want to go check that out. I think one of the common misconceptions about New Mexico is that southern New Mexico is all hot, dry desert, and northern New Mexico is all mountainous. But that's not true. We're actually in southern New Mexico right now, in mountains that go pretty high. So there's a bunch of places in southern New Mexico that have significant mountains. Areas around where I'm at now in Cloudcroft, Ruidoso, the Gila Wilderness has some significant mountains. So it's not all desert down here in southern New Mexico, and that's true of northern New Mexico too. It's not all mountains. There's some desert up there.